Eve. It is indeed New Year's Eve, and everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. And yeah, I hope that you all are doing well and frankly better than we are doing. But you know what? As long as you're kind of relatively alive, isn't that a good thing? It is indeed. It is indeed. So I want to thank everyone who's going to be here and watching in the replay. So always leave in your comments, leave some comments for me if you wish about what are your New Year's resolutions. Now, I kept my New Year's resolution last year. My New Year's resolution was to finish the Wheel of Time. So what that meant for me was reading oh my goodness gracious, 12 books of The Wheel of Time. Now, the prequel one, The New Spring, was not part of our resolution, but I ended up going ahead and reading it. So I guess technically it was 13. Those books are bricks. Yes, they are precious. But you know what? I was really glad I did it. Really enjoyed it. And I did have a video about when I was about ready to finish it and just how exciting it was to be at that moment. Why, look who it is. It is the Remedial Pirates. Okay, I see your different name. Hello, always good to see you. How is it over there in the future on the Emerald Isle? I hope it's better than the news says. But yeah, you're closer to New Year than I am. Yeah, part of the reason why I'm doing it now and not tonight, well, because we're going to be doing something as a family, of course, but also I have got to get up to be on an airplane at 6 o'clock. That's when it's taking off. I have to drop off the rental car at 4:30 in the morning and then be ready to, check in and everything. So it's going to be one hail of an early morning for me. But it wasn't as early as when I came the last time. When I came when I came this direction, the plane boarded at 4:30 and it took off at 5. But so it's definitely a first world problem. Remedial Pirate says, hope you're doing okay. It's no worse government wants to take church lands. Wow. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I mean, I told Ireland, but no one listened to me. My friends over there and stuff. It's like they were all like, "Woo, woo!" Church sucks. Even though their ancestors had fought for how long for freedom, how the persecution of it, and what you guys only gave your souls over for 20 years, only to have it turn around again. Well, and I do feel for those who have fought the good fight, and I know many of them. I know many that are there that have fought the good fight and are still doing so. 800 years. Yeah, 800 years. Yes, thank you. I mean, 800 years of persecution couldn't destroy the Irish people, but a few years of prosperity could. Well, like I said, I know like the parents of my friends, they're still going to mass and everything and praying, and well, I will definitely be praying to Our Lady of Knock. I'm going to try to get over there, and maybe I'll even visit the Shrine of Our Lady of Knock. I've never made it over there. Part of my problem is I am very limited when I go to Ireland. I mean, relatively limited because of the fact that I won't drive over there. I do not want to become Matthew Broderick, okay? I don't want to be one of those Americans. So I travel by train and by bus. So we'll see. And it'll also depend on our family situation and, monetary situation. I've put aside some money, and the way I work it out, every time I go to Ireland, I do it in such a way that I can use it to renew my teacher's license. We have to have so many hours to renew our teacher's licenses, and I'm really lucky being a music teacher because anything music counts. So there we are. Yes. No, yeah, well, I mean, I'm doing okay. It's just my family that's not. There is going to be a cancer surgery on January the 6th. That'll be easy to remember. It's Epiphany. So if y'all wouldn't mind throwing up some prayers to St. Peregrine. And if you're not of a Roman inclination, just throw up any prayers. My sister's like, she'll take anything. She'll take incense. She'll take everything. She's funny. Well, it's weird because I'm the only Catholic in the family, but boy, does everyone come to me when it's time to pray. And that's okay because we're the professionals. We're the professionals. I had the Carmelites on it. Carmelites are awesome. So yes, thank you very much. And those of you that don't even believe at all, send good vibes. We'll take everything. Remedial Pirate says, I wish I didn't say this. Don't come stay far, far away from Ireland. She isn't safe. Ugh. Even like up in the Gaeltacht? Even if I just stay in airports? Because where I'm thinking of going, I might be able to get there by airplane. If I can't get there by airplane, I'm not going to go because I just can't. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I'll stay tuned. I'll stay tuned. Pray for your sister. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I definitely do appreciate it. Now, I do have an option. So here, how's this? How's this, Remedial Pirates? Maybe if things don't get any better over there in Ireland, or if all my Irish friends tell me to stay far away, then there are some mobile opportunities, like where I can take some courses on the computer online. And trust me, they are more than happy to take our money for that. It's not, of course, the music one. I can't really do the music one, but I can do an Irish one. And of course, I will go in as a beginner because, yes, even though I've had some Irish, boy, I'm a beginner. I am a beginner. See, Dublin Airport. Remudo Park says, man was poked with a knife and let go free on mental health grounds. You got to be kidding me. I heard about that at Dublin Airport, but I didn't know that he was let go. My gosh, it's worse than I thought. That's insane. Yeah, I don't want to be stabbed. But how the hell did he get in with a knife? What kind of security do y'all have there? Or was it like before you get to security? I'll tell you what. We do this here in the States too. We do not have security to get in. I think we're going to have to get to the point where you're going to have security before you get into an airport. If they can do it at SeaWorld, they can do it at airports. Ramiro Pirate says, yeah, that'll be good. They're putting into the Gaeltacht. Really? Oh, so kind of like what they're doing in England, where they bring him over there through the door. Wow. He was through the door? Okay. Yeah, but I don't think there's security to go in there. Yeah. Hell, I have very fond memories of that area because I remember seeing it on the news that that's where I always stop immediately after I get my luggage and get blackberry cough drops and Sidona. I think I put a picture of it up when last time I was in Ireland. That was 2019. It's really gotten that bad since 2019. He walked and screamed alien at the bar. If you, wait. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I get it. My goodness. Well, my soul will be ready. My soul's ready at all times. I don't know if you were there. I told you that some nut jobs started yelling at the CVS. That's a drugstore we have here in America. They came in and go, there's gonna be an effing bloodbath, and the cops are gonna hump my effing ring out. And I'm like, oh boy. Now, luckily, they were just insane. But if they weren't, well, that would have been an interesting thing. But that was after Mass. So, I was feeling very holy anyways. But it doesn't help my heart palpitations. You see, we're going to put all this under my heart palpitations. I can tell you that is my New Year's resolution, to work on my heart palpitations. So I've already been doing a very, very good job on it. Haven't seen Sidona in years. Oh, really? I love it. Love it. I guess if you don't love it, you don't get it. I have fond memories of it. All right, let me put this up a banner. And obviously, this is not our grievances. We're not, well, we can still, here, let me put this up very briefly. What'd you get for Christmas, everyone? Everyone coming in, keep sharing what you got for Christmas. That's always a good thing. We endorse that here at Miss Martin Muses. Let me see. All right. I'm going to make a new banner, create a banner, enter a banner. What are your New Year's resolutions? So, under the guise of, not having heart palpitations of the new year, well, It was really funny because when I was talking to the doctor, it's like, "Well, what's been stressing you out?" And then she was like, "Dang, okay, that would give anyone heart palpitations." It's really weird because, I wasn't feeling the stress. I was like, "Hey, I'm handling this pretty well." And apparently I wasn't. My body was telling me I wasn't. But I have what's called resting heart palpitations. And so like I don't have them like regularly. Like I haven't had one all Actually, I've been resting and I haven't had any. Maybe it's because it's cold. But, I've exercised, I swim in laps because she's like, "Well, when you do exercise, does your heart hurt?" None of that, and they gave me an EKG, my heart's perfect. Yay, my heart's perfect, my cholesterol's perfect, everything's perfect, everything's working with my heart, and, but just occasionally, like, I'll sit down to crochet or I'll, watch a show or just when I just sit down. Oh, sometimes when I go into church, it's like, okay, let's just, get into the zone here. And suddenly my heart palpitates. I'm like, man, this is a time when I should be relaxed. So that's why they're thinking it is stress related. I've cut down on my caffeine and all that, but I'm going to continue, of course, following the doctor's directions. And part of that's going to be also, I'm going to be going to a cardiologist. And just in case, they're going to put a little monitor thing on me and to make sure that, everything is okay. Though they're almost positive it is, but you don't want to mess around with the heart. But other than that, all my blood works perfect. I mean, I'm a perfect woman. All right. Laugh out loud. Do you remember Lucozade tablets? Hell yes, I do. They aren't chews, they are water dissolved tablets. I do remember that. Oh, Remedial Pirate says, I am walking off crutches at the moment. I have a limp, but didn't need a wheelchair in 3 weeks. Well, that's fantastic. All right. Remedial Pirates got for Christmas cash, and I got to pay bills without worry. Hell yes, that is a fantastic present. Well, look at his Biggles Mets. Hello, hello, Biggles. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, I've had one hell of a fall. I've already bitched about it, and I talked about it before. But my New Year's resolution is that I am going to work on my heart palpitations. And that part of that is reducing stress. So I know this sounds like a completely first world problem and everyone's going to hate me. However, because I'm able to, what I'm going to be doing is I will be going the day before the surgery, not my surgery. I will go and have a spa day. And I'm able to do that because the family is all going to another city where the surgery is going to be. We're very blessed and very lucky so that we are able to have the means to have a large Airbnb for the entire family, extended family, and friends to stay. And it's very near the hospital. And it's also where my brother in law can work. It gives him a workspace because he works remotely. And but they're all going up early because my cardiologist appointment is actually at the same time as the surgery. But everyone said, take the cardiologist appointment because, you want to get in as soon as possible. So the day before, I am going to be taking a spa day and relaxing as much as I can. And I always just say, if you cannot afford to go to a spa day by yourself, or rather an official spa day, create a spa day for yourself in your own home. I guess unless you're a guy and they don't like to do that. If you are a girl or if you're a guy that secretly likes to do that, create it in your own house, get the smells, get the sounds, and you can get the sounds at a penny on less than a penny on YouTube even, and put it up on the screen. So make your own spa day, but I'm going to go to an official spa day. You should join us on No Man's Sky. We are looking for a community planet. Holy moly. Is that real or is that fake? Because if that's real, I'm there in a heartbeat. I want a planet. It is Peeper's one. Get it done so you don't have to worry about it later. Darn right. Aha! That is a great resolution. Absolutely it is. Yeah. Okay. So keep sharing what you got for Christmas. I'm going to change the banner to what are your New Year's resolutions? So hello everyone coming in. Please share. And I'm planning part of a New Year's resolution is I'm going to try to stream more often because I've often found it's very nice to sit and yap. And when it's your channel, you can yap about whatever you want. So I can get crap off my chest. What are your New Year's resolutions? And people do tend to like it. I mean, I've been getting some feedback because, in the morning, often a lot of people aren't streaming or they're on their way to work or something, and it kind of helps them get through the day. So here we are. All right. So, what are your New Year's resolutions? Add the banner. Boom. Here we go. So, what are your New Year's resolutions? So, I guess I'm going to be trying to stream more. Now, for certain, I've already got it ready to go, and I was gonna do it, well, over Christmas a little bit, but, things just happened, here in the family. When you're with family, you gotta do stuff. When I'm at home, I only got a psychopathic cat that I will be doing more of my books. Of course, the next chapter of Harry Potter is ready to go to read, review, slash for YouTube's purposes. And also, I'm going to start the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, aka the Hedge Knight. And I've already read the first section of that, which is going to be it. So if you are planning on watching the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, then, well, this might be an enjoyable thing for you to review if you've already read it, or if you want to read it before it comes out, or, definitely hear about the chapters, of course. This is not going to replace at all any Audible or reading it for yourself, or after you watch it. You can always go back. I will have a playlist, and I'm going to be doing more books. I'm going to be doing the same with Wuthering Heights. All right. Oh, boy. Saying hello to me. Yes. Real. You can find worlds and claim it. Oh, damn. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to do that without having to become a Mormon. Okay. On MSS, on PS5 and Xbox. Okay. I have Xbox. I'll look it up. I quit smoking for a New Year's resolution. Was that in the past? And you succeeded? That is amazing. I'll tell you, it is very, 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 very difficult to quit smoking. I put no judgment on anyone's anything, to be honest, having been someone that has had um, a bad breakup with alcohol. Yes, it sneaks up on you, and it is physical, and my hat off to you, because I know smoking is one of the hardest ones, because it is physical and it is chemical. So you did it. And vape. Okay, good. You give up vape. All right. Yeah. Now, I know that vaping is probably not much better than smoking. When I need to learn how to keep talking even when I'm having my thoughts. I got to remember that y'all are listening here. But I have heard that vaping is a good way to wean yourself off. That it's easier to do that because you can actually wean the nicotine. I had a friend, rather a friend of my mother's, who quit smoking like back in the 80s. And when she got down to zero nicotine, she would suck on a straw because she was just so used to that. And people do gain weight when they quit smoking or quit drinking. But you know what? The alternative is better. I've never heard of anyone that got lung cancer from too much cake. And I've never heard of anyone that got a night in jail or 7 years in prison because they killed somebody over cookies. I have been joking with friends, says Remedial Pirates on VR chat, that I will use more slurs if I don't offend you. I don't worry, I'll get around to it. I got lavender incense peepers one. Oh, damn. I love lavender incense. A Godzilla piggy bank. Hey, that's badass. I want one. And a huge Godzilla poster, Final Wars for Christmas. That is cool. So you're a Godzilla fan. Now, I have three piggy banks, rather. Two of them are Bell. One of them is from Attack of the Clones. Nope, just started. Okay, you just started quitting. Okay, well, or stopped. Okay, well, you keep it up. You keep it up. Now, not to tell anyone what to do, but guess what? I'll tell people what to do because I'm a woman and that's what we do. It really helps if you use a program to do it. Many things online, even go to your doctor to help you, or if you can handle it, go to a 12-step program. And I say if you can handle it, I know a lot of people have issues with the 12-step program. Some people, they don't like the fact that you have to kind of believe in a God or a higher power. Now, it doesn't have to be the God or the Christian God or a specific God. It's God as you understand them, but still that can be a problem. And some people don't like to share and all that, and the sponsor and stuff. Now, I will tell you that I might have joined one and I never really got a sponsor. But then again, my rock bottom was what they call a high rock bottom. So I wasn't really full blown gone. I just needed to quit and was having some trouble. So I was able to do that, and no one bothered me too much. They really don't. The way they show it on TV, they do not bother you. They don't even ask you questions, except for your first meeting. That's the first meeting where the people are able to talk to you. Other than that, they're not really able to talk to you. But and I already believe in God, so I didn't have a problem with the God part. But that's just my personal thing. And of course, there are many other ones that are not 12-step programs, and but maybe the doctor can taper you off. Well, hello, it is Steve Kenobi all the way from the future. I have loads of people here from the future. Quitting tobacco is my resolution, plus to use more slurs. I suspect, Steve, that they will go together. And I completely understand that crankiness and things like that will come from quitting tobacco. It's tricky. And as I've told you, I get really cranky when people try to judge people for their vices. I'm like, oh hell. People that might sit around and go, "Oh, you suck because you smoke," while there's stuff in their faces. Or, "Oh, you're addicted to, an alcoholic. I guess you suck," or you had, you allowed alcohol to sneak up on you while they're sitting there gambling away all their life savings on a football match. Okay. Everyone's got an addiction. No one just admits it. But our job is to manage them. But that is a notable and worthy resolution to quit tobacco because, I mean, like alcohol, actually, it's very similar that you are at a risk for oral cancer for that and many others. Okay, Remedial Pirate says I took down my decorations and put my tree away intact. Well done, except for shame, it is not January the 6th, so I will judge you. I will judge people for that. But you know what? The world takes them down, so I can't completely judge. I'm only half judging. I think I'm the only person on the planet, or with a few exceptions, that doesn't put up my Christmas tree until December 24th and keeps it up through January 6th. Actually, I cheat. I keep it up through the baptism of the Lord, where kind of the official end is, and then I take the February 2nd, which is the official ending of it all, of the 40 days of the tide, and then frankly, I never even take it down because my sister made me a Beauty and the Beast Christmas tree last year, and it was so awesome, I kept it up. And technically, it's not a Christmas tree. It's a tree with got all sorts of Beauty and the Beast stuff on it. I'll post it on YouTube, or rather on X. But the Christmas tree that I have at my parents' house, yes, that will be coming down. I should put a picture of that on YouTube. Oh, gosh darn it, on X. Can't talk. All right. My original name on here, says Peepers One, was Violante, which is a Godzilla monster, and I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. Steek says, I keep winning when betting on soccer matches. I do it for fun, not addicted. Yes. Well, and how it's a problem is, you go through the list of, are you addicted? Do you have a problem? Is, can you not do it? Like, are you able to miss a bet and be fine? And are you gambling money you don't have? And of course, if it is interfering with your life, with your job, with your personal relationships, etc. Medial Parrot says, my friend on VR chat was feeling sad, so I got 25 people in a world into tiny kitten avatars. It was hilarious to hear a lot who needed to laugh, laughing as we raided random worlds. Even a cathedral. Oh my goodness. I'm imagining this, like kittens coming into a cathedral or something. I have a friend who's a priest who hates cats more than anything. He calls them minions of Satan. That's terrible, but I guess he hates them. But of course, dogs are okay. But yeah, that's pretty funny. It was stupid funny. Well, you know what? And that's stupid funny is the best kind of funny. We need that kind of funny. All right. Biggles Met says, I already beat alcoholism and now rarely ever drink. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Well, and the way alcoholism is, again, there's different bottoms. They say find your bottom, save your ass, and that there's different floors of it. Yeah. And yeah. Usually how you can tell if you've got a problem is, are you having trouble to quit? And remember, the only requirement to join Alcoholics Anonymous is a desire to quit drinking. Unlike on TV where you have to practically be in jail and be blacking out and all that. No. I have a video of some fun Would you like a link? I would. Go ahead and send it to me on X. Yes. What are your New Year's resolutions? So we already have people that are quitting. We had two quitting. Well, one quitting smoking, one quitting tobacco. I forget. Did Biggles? Did you say what yours was? Oh, also to get things done like right away instead of putting them off. So get rid of procrastination. My New Year's resolution is to no more heart palpitations. So I guess what goes along with that is the stress. Now I have been able to not lick coffee because coffee is a thing, but coffee addiction, trust me, is a lot easier than another addiction. For one thing, that I can use decaf. So my doctor, he put me on a tapering schedule because he said if you're having stress and you quit coffee to cold turkey with as much coffee as I was drinking, he's like, it's gonna have like a worse effect than if you kept drinking coffee and tapering it off. So yes, so I'm now down to 1 cup of coffee and a lot of decaf, a lot of tea now, and then I'm gonna be going down to a half relatively soon. Let's see. Oh, wait, what the hell, Steve? It puts lotion. I don't know if I'm not gonna read that. Oh, is it because you're watching Hannibal or something? All right, my real ones are just to make people smile. Aw. Peeper says, "Yep, I don't drink anymore. Did all of that in my 20s for 6 or 7 years every weekend." Yeah. Yeah. Well, part of the problem is I'm teaching. Teachers and preachers are in the rooms. So are nurses and doctors. I don't usually have one. That's fine. Too much sadness in the world. You are correct. You know what? And sometimes, of course, we all say that the world's never been this bad. And then I look back at the Middle Ages and think of the Black Death. And it's like, you know what? That really sucked. That really sucked. I think that we are more aware of problems mainly because of the World Wide Web and, our modern technology. There's things that are happening, like, for example, I'll just throw this out, like Ukraine. 200 years ago, I wouldn't have even known what Ukraine was. I wouldn't know. It wouldn't have gotten across. Like maybe by the time the boat got over and told some people, but I would have been a peasant somewhere. Actually, let me change that. I would have been a nun in a heartbeat, especially in the Middle Ages, but even in the modern era. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, childbirth. Okay. Yeah. It's like, you die in childbirth all the time because they didn't have antibiotics and women would bleed to death. So yeah, I'd have been a nun. All right. Yes, too much sadness in the world. So yeah. And again, it just breaks my heart what's going on in Ireland. And I don't know what you all can do about it because, on the one hand, everyone's like, well, why do you vote like that? Well, you have a parliamentary system. So, and then they make these coalitions. It's like the parties have, they betrayed you. I mean, Sinn Féin, what the hell? What the hell? And then they're like, well, why don't you fight? It's like, well, we could, but, it's not like we are living in a different era where, I mean, yes, we had the martyrs, if you will, from the Easter Rising and stuff. But you see, nowadays, what they can do to get the rebels and things, you're minding your own business, you step outside your house and boom, they get you with a drone. We live with different technology. I don't know. Maybe Our Lady is the only hope. She helped us with communism. Maybe she can help us with it again. Laugh out loud. In fairness, says Remedial Pirates, 200 years ago, there was no Ukraine, just the Russian imperial province. Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean. You wouldn't know about stuff that was happening over there. No, indeed. So anyways, what are your New Year's resolutions? So I said those two. I know I have a practical one. I always see. What nabbit? What was the other one that I was gonna have? It was so perfect. I don't know what it was. I will think about it. I will definitely think about it. But as far as procrastination and stuff, one thing that has helped me a lot is I have a notepad that says WTF am I doing? And that is literally what it is. I got it at Barnes and Nobles. I found it there. And then I went ahead and I just remembered what it was. I got it, and then I found out you can order it online to keep the supplies going. Like I subscribe to it now, and it says what am I doing today, what am I doing tomorrow, what am I doing next week, and with my life. So the with my life, I always put YOLO because it is YOLO all the way. But it really does help me keep organized with what is really important, and there is a certain sense of satisfaction when I cross off what I've accomplished. There really is. I got to keep track of the time. Okay, it's only 9 o'clock here, because we're gonna be doing a family breakfast. Because this is my last morning. Oh my gosh, I gotta go to bed so early tonight. I gotta oh gosh. But I always say I gotta go to bed early when I have to get up at the butt crack of dawn, and I never can. And I think it's gonna be harder because of the fireworks. Because we're on the beach and people start fireworks. Well, they start it when the sun goes down. Hell, they start it before the sun goes down. And when midnight hits, they just all lead them all up. And we're like on the 10th floor. So it's like right where all of them explode. It's insane. It's insane. But I'm glad people are having fun. I'm not planning on getting a lot of sleep tonight. Now I remember my New Year's resolution is that I will not be eating after 7. Now some people do it after 6, but you know what? My lifestyle, it's going to be not after 7. So sometimes we tend to do it the reverse of you're supposed to eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a lord, and supper like a pauper. And then you don't eat anything before you go to bed. What do? We have a habit of snacking before we go to bed. I'm going to try to get that out of my life because you're asleep, so you're not burning off the calories. And I'm not getting any younger. So none of that. None of that. So I'm gonna give that a go and see how that works. Um, I've already joined a gym. I belong to a gym where I can swim because I like to swim like a fish, and because of my knee, I'm not really able to ride my bike the way I used to. I can ride my bike very gently, but if there's any hill or something, and again, I don't wanna risk aggravating the tear. I mean, it's doing so much better now. But swimming, I can swim like a fish, and I've been lucky. I've been able to swim while I'm here. Oh my gosh, though, the ocean is so cold. It's, what is it, 67 degrees, and the undertow actually was pretty bad, so I didn't go past my knees. And let me see, I have a tradition, says Remedial Pirates, my friend, we days sometime at 11:55, then don't speak, and at 12:01, we say something kind as well to end the new year. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I realize you have text to text to sweep. You could swim like a boulder. Oh my gosh. Well, then please don't. Well, and definitely you can't swim in Ireland. I remember when I was a kid, we used to maybe go to our ankles. We used to like roll up our pants and not go much further. It's like, I don't know how anyone ever gets into that water. Well, you'll like die. Well, you'll get like hypothermia. People do what, windsurfing, and they wear those wet suits. And I'm like, I don't buy that. I think you'd still freeze to death. And that water there is treacherous. It's worse than Florida. Yeah. So, anyways, what are your New Year's resolutions? Okay, so we have tobacco. We have not eating after 7. I know someone is not eating after 6. I know we've got oh wait, we've all quit alcohol. Yay! What's the other one? Oh yeah, heart palpitations, which situations like the CVS situation aren't helping things. And what was the oh yeah, no, no, we're not going to procrastinate. Two people are getting one's giving up smoking, one's giving up tobacco. Biggles doesn't have any New Year's resolution. I get him, he's perfect. Remedial Pirates is going to be nice and happy and be kind to everybody, and hopefully not let Ireland fall to hell. Laugh out loud because it's warm in September. Oh yeah. Genie Mac. It's never warm in Ireland. Maybe a little bit, like 2 days. But you can always be sure that a wind is gonna come and make you cold because the wind will do it, basically, yes. Well, yeah, it's nice to be perfect, yeah, and everyone, please subscribe to everyone here on YouTube on their channels and, on my Catholic Explaining channel. Let me, go ahead and share that. Yeah, my Catholic content, has moved rather, my explicit content has moved to its own channel, and I've got the subs I need. Well, I wouldn't mind getting to 1,000. Oh my gosh, I'm 764 subscribers. Okay, it's doing pretty well. And if y'all wouldn't mind, watch hours. Watch hours is what I am needing right now. Oops, I did the wrong thing. I pressed the wrong button. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in chat. Shameless plug. Share, copy link. Alrighty. Let's help each other out. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to people with YouTube channels, go ahead and do so at this time. I think everyone in the chat does, so go ahead and sub if you haven't already. Let me see. I love the summer, best day of the year. The rain gets warm. Oh, indeed. Okay. Water in Woods Town County, Waterford has a sandbank so you can walk out normal, then dip and you submerge up to your ankle. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, I've never really did spend a lot of time in Waterford. Every time we went out to Waterford, it was because folks wanted to buy Waterford Crystal, and of course, I was a kid, I'm like, "What's that?" That's no fun, but so much history there, so much history there. Yeah. Well, part of me is thinking though, is it really that much more dangerous rather than, places in America? Oh, I forgot though, because we have something that starts with a G, has a U, and an N and an S. That is a deterrent for some things. But yeah, there are vulnerable places in general. I'll think about it. I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, this is just what I want to do. Because is it going to get worse, Is it going to get worse? I guess I could research where I'm wanting to go in Ireland. That's one thing that I can do, because people will be honest on X about what's going on. So I could find the area, the town, and see what the safety is like there. Uh-oh, he's bashing Cork. Laugh, oh, you're from Cork. The fences are designed to keep you inside the toxic wasteland. I mean that. It is a toxic wasteland in Cork. I remember the last time I was there. I said, "Dad, was it always kind of this dump?" He's like, "Oh yeah, it was worse." It was worse. I remember the teachers, all the propaganda they would give us about picking up your own litter and stuff, and now I know why. Now I know why. Alrighty. Well, let me see something here. Yeah, so, like, another resolution is, of course, more streaming, especially on this channel, and I would like to get my Catholic Explaining monetized, but, it's gonna be a bit of a ways, but that's alright. It's okay. It doesn't matter if you're old and gray. You remember that show, Old Tricks? Or was it New Tricks? It was New Tricks. That was a great show. It had Wedge in it. He was in it toward the end. He's good. I heard that it got awful toward the end, but so far, we're all enjoying it here. It's a good show. Alrighty, so let me see. Check my profile. I share a lot of Irish stuff. Okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll keep updated on there. Though sometimes I won't lie, it can get a little depressing, so sometimes I don't like to see it. So what do you say? I'll get there if I can. Let's see. Oh, he is live. Okay, Loki's Morning of Mischief is live. So here's what's going to happen. I do need to quit because we're going to be having a family breakfast since I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I don't think anyone wants to wake up. No one wants to wake up. So imagine that. My family doesn't want to wake up at 3 in the morning to see me go. So I'm going to put the link in here. So go over to Loki's Morning of Mischief, say hi, say I sent you, send a bunch of, one rose, only say it once. And I'm going to end. So I want to thank everyone that popped in. We had Remedial Pirates, we had Steve Kenobi, we had Peepers One, we had Biggles Mets, and we had many other people coming in and out and saying hi and all that and in the background. So those of you, please share your New Year's resolutions, and I hope all will be well. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, and be certain to let old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Wait, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? Not even sure what that means, but there you go. Happy New Year.